Right, next I'm making blueberry muffins with cottage cheese for breakfast. So it's really quick and easy to grab and have with a bit of yoghurt or just on its own or whatever, but it's because this week's so busy that I don't always have time to do a cooked breakfast, you know, like scrambled egg on toast or beans on toast or whatever, or toasties for everybody else. I normally just grab a quick bowl of cereal or something, but you don't want that every day, so I'm going to make a batch of blueberry muffins. So yeah, so first of all I've got blueberries, 2 eggs, vanilla, baking powder, some butter, a tub of cottage cheese, some cinnamon and some sugar. The oven needs to go on. I shall shove my fan oven on. That goes on at about 160 to 180, depending if you've got a fan oven. I think it's 375 Fahrenheit if you haven't. And then in the bowl I will put some butter, the sugar, vanilla, milk, eggs, whisk it all together, and then I'll put in the cottage cheese. Yep, so what you want is about 1/4 cup of butter. Sometimes I work in cups, sometimes it's grams or whatever, and I can't be bothered to get out, and it sounds really bad. As an ex-pastry chef, that sounds really bad, because of course I had Mitch's Cakes and Bakes and Sherry Bakewell party cakes where we made personalised cakes. I mean, I still do them for friends and family. You know, I made mad cakes, like great big massive grand pianos, and mini moto cakes, like mini motorbikes, but you could actually, people that had them as their birthday could actually sit on them. Yeah, I will one day post some pictures, actually. I really need to, people do ask me. And yeah, I did some nice celebrity cake, nice birthday cake of M&M for Peter Andre, which was really cute. So yeah, that's 1/4 cup of butter that'll go in there, and then I need 1/2 cup of sugar. Now you can use any kind of sugar if you have an intolerance to certain sugars. You can use sugar substitutes. I have made these using coconut sugar. That was really nice. I will just use a little bit of soft brown sugar. So yeah, I just need 1/2 cup of, that's a third. There's my 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup of sugar. So you can use white sugar, brown sugar. Like I said, if you can substitute it if you want to. So there's 1/2 cup. Actually, I'm going to do double measures, so because that makes about 7, and I'm thinking once my son sees these, that will be 7 gone. This morning I made cinnamon swirls for breakfast, and if I have a look now, there's 5 left out of 12, and I don't eat them, so that was just my husband and my son this morning. So I'm going to need another 1/4 cup of butter. This is olive oil spread. We really love the olive oil spread. And carb suffers with high cholesterol, so I am really careful on salts and sugars. But the olive oil spread is like 74% less saturated fats or something like that. So yeah, right, I need about a teaspoon of vanilla. That's about right. It looks like I'm not measuring, but like I said, I'm just opening the cupboard. Like I said, I've made cakes as a pastry chef for a very long time, even while I was doing law. So roughly I know. Right, I need to put in the eggs next. Yep, done the sugar, I've done oil, vanilla, milk. Yep, so it'd be the eggs and then my milk. So I need 2 more eggs because I'm doubling up. So it'd be 4 eggs. I'm looking forward when Carl recovers from his surgery. So our little, where's my egg pot gone? What's over there? 1 second. Look forward to when our little grandson comes over and cooks for Granny. I do like cooking with him, but we normally actually make things out of clay, Fimo, so we can put it in the oven and harden it up, and then we paint. We also play fishing games. We have toy fishing rods, and we make a pretend pond in the living room. Yeah. We've got that. Right, I should just grab my milk out the fridge. You can use any kind of milk. I've got coconut milk, I've got plain milk, I've got soya milk. You need half a cup of milk. What I am going to do is just make it out of skimmed milk. Because I've got lots and lots of skimmed milk. So that's in. I'm going to mix all that together. Then I will add in my cottage cheese. Now I know it looks very lumpy with all the marg, but that will incorporate as soon as I add in the flour. So next I will add the flour, the baking powder, a little pinch of salt and cinnamon. So shaking the cinnamon. I do like a lot of cinnamon. Right, then I will also add in now my cottage cheese before I add in anything else. So it's 2 cups of plain cottage cheese. I absolutely adore cottage cheese. Right, I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So let's get my teaspoons out. So 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1. 2. It wasn't quite a teaspoon. That's it. That's a teaspoon of baking powder. Give that a quick blitz up with that, and then I'll add a little tiny pinch of salt. There we go, just a pinch of salt. Roughly about half a teaspoon. Yeah, and then I need to add in 3 cups of flour. Okay, so now I'm going to add in 3 cups of flour. I have a slight obsession with sandwich bags and containers, so anything that's ever opened will go in a sandwich bag, or they'll go in Tupperware containers. It just makes your food stay fresher stuff. But yeah, I am obsessed with sandwich bags. I think I get that from my dad. My dad was loves putting everything in sandwich bags. But now the flour's in and the baking powder and everything, I'm just going to mix it all together. And you notice I haven't put the blueberries in yet because I want to get it started a little bit. And I will sprinkle my blueberries with a little bit of flour, just help them to stop from sinking. But I need to mix this in because of the butter. So I've got a small punnet of, I think it's a punnet, but yeah, blueberries. These are 150 grams. Let's get a little bit of flour in my dredger. Just stops them sinking to the bottom during cooking. Don't chop them up or anything like that. And I'll just fold them in gently into the mixture. Now if there are any lumps of butter, as you can see, like that, I mean that's a bit of cottage cheese as well, it will melt down once they're in the oven. Okay, also though, as an added extra little bit, I'll put a little sprinkling, not too much, dessicated coconut in there. Sometimes I add a bit of vanilla protein powder, just whatever I fancy on the day. And then that is it, as you can see. That's my muffin mixture. And now I shall get it in the cases and in the oven. Put that there while I'm putting them in the cases. I don't know if anyone here is watching Strictly. I can't say I'm enjoying it as much as some previous seasons. Nothing to do with what's been going on behind the scenes. I just don't feel like I'm connecting to some of the celebrities like normal years. I am loving Jamie, that plays in EastEnders. I'm absolutely loving Johannes and his partner. I mean, oh my god. I mean, she's great as a gladiator. She's even better as an athlete. But she's wonderful as a dancer. And the joy that the two of them are having is great. I am loving Diane and Chris. And I'm hoping those two will win. That is my hope. If not those two, I'd love it to be Johannes. I'm loving JB, but I don't think the audience are taking to him as much as like when Aston was on there, and JB's wonderful, but I think it's just because he is so good. And yeah, it's just that you're just not feeling some of the contestants, I think, and I think there's a lot of like trying to be funny, like can't remember her name all of a sudden, the one that was a hockey player, tried to make a joke with Craig last night. It didn't quite come off right because I think she fluffed her punchline a bit about his outfit, and that she looks like that on her when she's hungover, but it didn't just come across quite like that. But if you don't want a spoiler, at the very end of this video I will tell you who the bottom two were last night and who got sent home. But it's not on until this evening, because this is like Sunday at 20 to 2. Oh, I'm going to be late for my Zoom if I don't get a move on. But yeah, one of the bottom two was a bit surprising. The other one wasn't. I mean, I can tell you now. So if you were feeling well, you would need to go and see one of these to get a prescription. And that's the person that got sent home. There you go, little teaser. All in the cases, just putting them in the oven. And roughly, I think they're going, how long do I put them in for? About 20 minutes. Yeah, probably 15 to 20 minutes, I think. 20 to 25 minutes, and then yeah, then I'll see. You'll know because you can touch them and they'll spring back. I know you can see a lot on my sleeves, so I'm just putting my muffin cases back in the cupboard. And now it's time to wash up. Blueberry cottage cheese muffins, ready for breakfast.